Windows 11 can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. In this video, learn 6 simple tips to make Windows 11 intuitive and easy to use. So let's get started.
Okay, let's go.
Welcome back everyone. We are back with another tutorial video here on DBR Technologies, and today I'm going to teach you a couple things about Windows 11 that will hopefully make your time in life a little easier switching over if you're coming from Windows 10 and you're not sure that you want to keep going with Windows. Here's some tips and tricks that'll help you through that. And remember also, if you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below so I know you got to the end of the video. With that being said, let's jump right into this. If you're asking the question, is Windows moving away from Control Panel? Yes. Microsoft is moving away from the Control Panel and towards the Settings app. In Windows, while the Control Panel hasn't been removed yet, Microsoft is actively migrating settings and features to use Settings app, and they're encouraging users to use it. The Control Panel will likely remain accessible for some due time, backwards compatibility reasons, but the trend is clear. The Settings app is the future of the settings configuration for Windows. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that way. If you already know, then this should be a walk in the park for you. Now you're probably thinking right off the bat, and you're probably thinking, well, Dylan, I don't know how to even get to the settings. Well, you can either do that one of two ways. You can either hit Windows plus I to open up basic settings, or you can do the good old fun thing of just going down here to your basic search bar and typing settings, and it'll pop up to your home screen here. And the company that I work for finally migrated to Windows 11. The first question I got, and I even the same way, you can see on the bottom here, I like to migrate my taskbar to the left, not the center. And that was my first thing I wanted to figure out. At first, Microsoft didn't have that until a bunch of people started complaining, and then they added into it, which is, I'm okay with it. I love it. The most obvious change is the center button on the taskbar. The start menu itself is also redesigned, getting rid of a live tile in favor of a simpler grid of pinning and recommending apps. If you're like me, you like the taskbar being slid to the left and not in the center. So this is how you would change this. Step 1. First, find your way to the settings menu. You can find settings in Windows search bar on the left, which in my case is far left, and you'll just type in settings like we just showed you at the beginning of this video. Second, you'll navigate over to personalization options on the left in the settings menu. After that, you should see a bunch of other options appear in front of you. Step 3, you'll find taskbar down in the list below. And step 4, selecting taskbar, that you should see now an option in the list called taskbar behaviors. And here's right here. Nope, not that one there. And then right in that, finally, you should now see an option called taskbar alignment, and drop down the list centered on the left. And you should see centered by default. And if you like to use this option, you can completely move it over. You can see now I just moved it back to the middle. Now it's back to the left. I prefer it on the left. I know a lot of people do too, migrating over from Windows 11. I feel you. I feel you. And silly me, after watching that recording, I realized I said migrating over from Windows 11. I meant migrating over from Windows 10. I think you guys got the gist. I'm sorry. I'm half asleep, so bear with me here. Alright, to our next step on Windows 11. This next one, I will walk you through the process of changing sleep settings in Windows 11. Adjusting these settings can help you save power, customization, how your computer behaves when you're away from it. Just know if you are using a laptop, you may see additional settings for like lid close, actions, power button, actions in both settings app and the control panel, which allows you to specify what happens when you close the lid and press the power button. So there are a couple different methods of doing this, but this is the method I recommend, and that's the one I'm going to show you, this which is the easiest. So step 1, open settings up like we were doing just a minute ago. And you can do this a few ways by clicking the start button or on the taskbar, which allows you to open the taskbar settings. And or alternatively, like I showed you guys at the beginning, Windows E, not Windows E, Windows I correction. And then you want to navigate to power and battery. So you go up to the search bar, you can type in power and sleep and battery settings. And like I said, this may vary based on your desktop or laptop. Now you want to expand the screen and selection that says power and sleep. There's the hibernation. On battery power, you might have different options here. Like I said earlier, now you want to choose your desired time. And here I set it to never because I like my computer just to stay on. Some different places are different. So like you say you work in a big company where there is like policy set up, they might have this set as default to like 30 minutes kind of thing, where it has to sit on for a little bit and then it'll go off. And then at that point, that is how you change your sleep settings and power settings in Windows 11. Next up we have on Windows 11 is Outlook. There's Outlook Classic and there's New Outlook. Now, what is the difference? On Windows 11, there are two main versions of Outlook: New Outlook and Classic Outlook. The paid version included in the Microsoft 365 subscription. Additionally, Outlook, a web-based email service, can also be accessed through Windows 11 as well through the New Outlook. This is a free modern email client that comes pre-installed with Windows 11. Its features are simplified and more modern interface and can be identified by the absence of a file tab on the ribbon. Now, in my opinion, and I only have one opinion, is I love the classic look of Outlook, and I'm basically going to stick with the classic look. But if you need to find the new Outlook, you can always migrate over to the Microsoft Store, and you can do that by going to the search bar and typing store. And then, as long as you're signed in with your Microsoft account, you should be able to find it super easily just by typing here in the search bar, New Outlook. I'm pretty sure it just should come up. Well, Outlook for Windows in this case. Outlook for Windows, right there. And it'll bring you to this page, and you just hit install. Now, with that being said, now the Outlook for Windows is free, and in this case, if you wanted to use a classic Outlook, you will have to pay for a license. In my case, I do pay for a license because I like having the professional look to myself. There is more simplicity to the Outlook for Windows, but I would give it both a shot. I'm pretty sure you can get a free trial on both. I think the Outlook for Windows is pre-built in, so that's the one that you'll typically use. Alright, up next to our last one. Alright, up next, File Explorer. Using tabs in File Explorer on Windows 11 is similar to using tabs in a web browser. It helps you manage multiple folders without cluttering your desktop with separate windows. I honestly think Windows 11's file manager has got to be the best thing about Windows 11, Windows just in general. I think they really did a really good job with it. And just to show you guys all, I'm going to show you a little, just a quick step-by-step here how to get the File Explorer. Typically, File Explorer is chilling down here at the bottom, usually right when you like re-image a computer or put an operating system on there. It's standard, but typically if you find it down here, you want to open File Manager. You can do this by pressing Windows logo key and E on your keyboard, or by clicking on the File Explorer icon in the taskbar. And you can see I already got it open here. So if you click it on here, I have my main screen here. And the nice thing about this is, in each navigation tab, once you have one new tab, you can navigate to any folder like each tab functions its own instance. So if you open this guy up, I can flip to different views. All at the same time, I can come right back up here and I can go back to my desktop at the same time in my downloads, which is super nice. It's the same view as a web browser. And to close a tab, you click on the X on and up in the top right hand corner, and you'll click it. You can exit out, and then you can completely close it out completely. Say your taskbar is nice and cluttered at the bottom here, and you're like, I want to clear up some space, but I still want to be able to access these apps that I can't get to all the time, but I don't use them all the time, but sometimes I do need them. If that didn't make sense, I'm about to make sense of it. So in this case, you're going to want to be able to pin stuff to your start bar, which your start bar is when you hit the Windows key, and then it's right here, all your pinned apps. For example, I'm going to be using Firefox in this example. This shows you all your main master apps, but the pin bar is what we're talking about, is right here. Like I said, I'm going to use Firefox as an example. Say I wanted to pin Firefox to make it easier to get to every single time. I can actually just search in the search bar, right click it, and hit pin to start. So if you want to hit pin to start, come back out and open back up the tab, and Firefox will be there, right, ready for you to click on. Oh, and looks like it didn't let me do that, so. But you get the gist. Alright, I'm back. I wanted to show you that it did work. So once you pin it, click on it. Now it opened. There was something wrong with my computer there for a second there, but we're all fixed. Tech support, fixed tech support. Alright everyone, that's going to do it for this one. If you made it to the end of this video, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't miss out on any of our new videos. Also, if you have a tech topic you'd like me covered, don't be shy. Let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to help you out. With that being said, wish you all the best. Peace.